Hello, Christian woman. Hello. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone on a date with someone that you really like just to find out that they had a starkly different political view as you? Because this can be a stickler for some folks. Understandably, they have their reasons why they're intensely passionate about one camp or the other. So, say this person checks off all the boxes. They're compassionate. They're loving. You've learned a lot about their family. You've learned a lot about their career and how they see the world, their perspective. They have the same values on family. They love Christ. They're still growing in Christ. You're on the same page, except for this one thing. He believes in a political party. You do not. Now, what would happen if instead of saying, you know what, we're done. Okay, no. I didn't know that you were that type of supporter. I'm in this camp. You're in that camp. And we don't mess with you guys. Okay? That's just a done deal. We don't do that. Sorry, I thought this was going to work out. How many people do you know, maybe including yourself, cut it just like that? What if you asked clarifying questions? What if you just asked the person, not dismissed all the person's other awesome characteristics, like this person would be a great spouse for the long haul. I see this person as someone who sees the same things I do. Similarly, our families are pretty similar. We get along really great. I love his sense of humor. He's kind. He's definitely a leader. He's smart. I like to talk to him. I enjoy my conversations with him. He'd be a great dad for if we have children one day. He's really good with finances. I really can see myself with this person, and he has said the same, except this one thing. What would happen if you just said, how did you get to that thought process, that perspective, that worldview, that political worldview? How did you get there? How did your family get there? And you still might not agree, but it gives you a space to try to understand the person from their perspective. He wasn't born as a baby with these political thoughts. Something got him there. Perhaps his mother, his father, his family said, no, this is who we are. This is the camp we're in. And that's what he stuck with. Or perhaps he developed these views based on something very personal to him. Try to get to understand the other person's background and where they're coming from before you dismiss the other person. I totally get it. People are in their echo chambers. We all think the same. This is how we think, and we don't deal with people on the other side. What would happen is if we actually had a conversation. Now, if the person is very volatile, I have a meeting coming up. If the person is volatile, highly opinionated, loud, cuts you off, doesn't want to hear your point, is visibly triggered, you say, okay, he was amazing in all these areas, but you know what? He's just lost his mind on this topic. I can't talk to this person. This person he's inflexible. He's really crystallized in his view with no flexibility. Then you can make the decision and move forward. But give people a chance and have a conversation with them. Don't just throw them out, especially if they have a lot of the other attributes you're looking for. All right, gotta go. Ciao.